Aloha, I'm Tara. Welcome to Live Yoga Channel. We are happy to take a work break together today for the next 30 minutes and relieve some stress that may have built up in our shoulders, our hips, our low back, as well as in our eyes and mind. You know, we're spending so much more time these days in front of the screens. So I wanted to share with you some easy movements so that we can together take best care. So I'm going to shut the door and invite you to find your easy, most favorite chair. And what I'd love for you to do is come to sit on the front side. I might put my hair back. It's hot today. So come to sit in this, towards the front of the seat, and have both feet flat on the ground, whether you have shoes on or not. If it's easy to take your shoes off, go ahead and let your feet and your toes stretch and have some spaciousness there. So coming to sit on the edge of your seat, go ahead and bring your hands, palms facing up, and close your eyes. Let your chin be tilted down ever so slightly. And close the eyes and pay attention to the breath as it goes in and out of the nostrils. Begin to lengthen the inhalations. Pause at the top. Exhale through the nostrils. Pause at the bottom. And then inhale through the nose, feeling the body grow with each inhalation. Pause at the top and let that breath, that new energy swirl around inside of your body, gathering up tension, perhaps in your shoulders, in your mind, in your low back. And then exhale it through the nose, giving it back, letting it just leave your body. Do this a few more rounds at your pace. Just letting your body soften with each exhalation. And giving yourself permission that this break that we're choosing to take away from our desk, from our homeschooling, from our remote office work, all this time we're spending indoors, we're spending lots of time sitting. So giving yourself permission and appreciation for taking some time for you today. I've been sharing yoga since around 2006 is when I first started teaching. And some of my favorite yoga classes, exchanges, are with athletes, seniors, people that have been injured. We call this yoga for motion restricted. And why I love this so much is because it's an opportunity for everybody to practice yoga. We can do this. And it's accessible for all. So chair yoga is an offering from my heart to yours so that we can take a break and unwind in the body. So go ahead, and when you're ready, we'll go ahead and open the eyes. And I'd like you to bring your hands first to your belly. And as you inhale, allow that breath to fill up the belly. Let your belly be soft. I know this is very anti our Western culture because we're very, we've got to be tightened in, but just let the belly be soft. And as you gather breath and it extends and expands throughout the ribs, go ahead and utilize your hands, bringing that breath all the way up to the clavicle, shoulders, and then exhale. Witness the breath as it comes back down to the belly. And at the bottom of the exhalation, notice that the belly button naturally goes back towards the spine. Inhale again, Let the belly be soft. All the way up through the ribs, up through the shoulders. We call this the 3-part breath. It helps us reconnect to our center. Sometimes just taking a break and doing 5 rounds of this can help me reconnect to myself. Thank you. Go ahead and release the hands. Close the eyes and take your awareness back to that inhalation and exhalation through the nose. Closing the eyes and bring your gaze in between the eyebrow center, about 1 inch up from the eyebrows. And feel that big belly breath moving energy, life force. In Hawaii, we call it mana, life energy. We practice this big belly breath because often as Westerners, or when we've got a lot of tension built up, and I feel this in myself, sometimes if I'm doing too many things at once, I'll carry my breath up here in my chest, and then I'm not getting that big full breath as our human body has been designed to experience. So when I slow down and bring that breath down into the belly, that's helpful. It's magical in itself. So that's one thing you take from today. Big belly breath. Allow that belly to be soft. In Hawaii, the head is referred to as the mana'o. The heart is referred to as the pu'uwai. And then the belly is called the na'au, or the second brain. So I really appreciate that about the Hawaiian culture and the acknowledgement that we are connected, and that our intuition lives in our belly. So bring that breath down deep into the trunk. Okay. Next, let's go ahead and do yoga for the eyes. So I want you to keep your head and neck straight, and I want you to move only the eyeballs, okay? So inhale. On an exhale, look down, look up, look down, look up, look down, look up, center. Another breath in. Exhale, look far right, far left, far right, far left, far right, far left, and center. Another breath in. Exhale, look down, far right, look up, far left, look down, center. Another breath in. Look down, far left, look up, far right, look down, center. Now, instead of stretching the eyes, we're going to focus the eyes. Extend the right arm about shoulder height out in front of you, straighten the elbow, and this first finger, have it pointed up. As you inhale, bring it towards the nose, staring at the fingertip, bending the elbow. The gaze is soft. As you exhale, begin to straighten that arm out in front of you. And when the elbow is straight, look past the finger. Bring the gaze back to the fingernail. Inhale again. To the nose. Exhale. When the elbow is straight, look past the finger. Last time, best time. Inhale, bend the elbow. Try not to blink. Yet no hard and fast rules. When the arm is extended, look past the finger. Let's bring some heat into the hands. We spend so much time in front of the screens these days. So we'll take the right hand and cup it over the right palm, cup it over the right eye, the left palm, cup it over the left eye, and then stare into the center of your palms, trying to not let any light in from your hands, and the breath is slow and steady. The face is calm. Yoga for the eyes, healthy eyes. Go ahead and release, shake it out. Let's inhale, take our arms out wide, gathering up so much energy. Interlace those hands and stretch them up towards the ceiling. Feel free to lean to one side and then the other. Take your time, explore. And then exhale, release the hands. We'll take the hands out in front. We'll interlace the hands and then draw them towards the chest. And then as far as you can, away from the body. Perhaps you're here, perhaps this is where you are today, just honoring where you are. Everybody's different. But we're stretching from the shoulders all the way to the fingertips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. We'll do the other side. And this side may be completely different, and that's okay. To your degree. My teacher reminds us that yoga is joyfully, joyfully done. And so now that we're in this posture, our job here is to find that breath. Long, full inhalations and exhalations. Exhale, release, shake it out. Beautiful. Okay. So as we're sitting in the front of our chair so that our sit bones are feeling grounded in the chair, I want you to inhale, feel the length of the spine, feel yourself grow tall, and then exhale simply with your left hand, reach back on the chair, take your right hand either on the seat or on the arm, whatever is accessible for you, because each chair is designed differently. And if you can't reach the arm, you can take the right hand on the outside of that left hip and go ahead and inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, begin to look back towards your left shoulder. Coming into an easy twist. Spend several rounds of breath here. And what this is doing, and this is wringing out our spine. I like to imagine that the spine is like a kitchen towel. And so when we do twists like this, we're wringing out our entire nervous system from the brainstem to the tail. After your next deep, full exhalation, inhale, release the hands from the chair and come back to center. Yes, we're going very slow on purpose. As you come back to center, take your hands to the thighs, palms facing up, and just close your eyes and let that breath circulate throughout the body. Notice how you might feel some lightness or tingling in the shoulder, low back, and hips. Let's do the same on the other side, acknowledging that it may feel different on this side. So inhale, lengthen through the spine, feel yourself grow tall. Exhale, take that right hand and reach back somewhere on the back of the chair. Find what works for your opposite hand as well, whether it's on the body, on the seat, or on the arm. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist. And let that twist, you can take that introspection on the inside of the body. Let that twist come from the base of the spine first, so that the head and neck are the last to turn towards the shoulders, towards that right shoulder. Focusing as you inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, looking back further. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. To your degree, if you find that you're having a hard time breathing, please back off. That's signaling from our body that we're doing too much. And that's how people can even get injured in yoga. So staying soft in the face, relaxed in the breath. We utilize our breath to let us know whether we can go further into a pose or if we need to back off. If our breath is long and steady, then we can take it a little bit further. If our face is soft and it's easy to smile, yoga is joyfully done. Whereas if we're straining and scrunched in the face, that's a cue that perhaps we might want to back off just a little. So at the end of this next exhalation, release your hands from the chair and begin to come back to center. And then as we did on the other side, go ahead and let your palms face up. Let the chin tilt down ever so slightly, and let the breath be normal for 3 breath cycles. Feeling the benefits of the posture. Next, I'd love to share with you a forward fold to relieve this low back. We did this last week, however, I'll keep sharing with you because it's super helpful. So let's take our legs a little bit wider. And again, we're sitting on the edge of the seat. Hands to the thighs. Inhale, open up the heart. Exhale, begin to let that chest come between the thighs. Now notice, take a break. Just leaning forward, bring your elbows to the quads. And maybe that is your pose for today. Perhaps you can feel so much happening, stretching and lengthening. If this is your final pose for today, then just drop that chin into the chest, taking your gaze so you're looking down. And then allow yourself to breathe long, slow, and steady here. If this feels comfortable in your breath and your face and you want to take it further, go ahead and let your hands come all the way down to the floor, letting the entire upper body rest in between the legs. It should feel good, and if it's too much, come back up to the other option. You can grab onto the chair and help. You can use the legs to and make the stretch more powerful. But what I really want here is for you to focus on that breath that we started with, particularly that 3-part breath. Because now in this forward fold, we're going to envision that our entire back body is receiving that 3-part yogic breath that we were practicing earlier. So that our kidneys, our psoas, our sciatic nerves are all receiving fresh breath with each long inhalation. Pausing at the top. Exhale. Long, slow, and steady. Pausing at the bottom. Inhale. Feel the entire back body grow. It's subtle, but we can feel it. And then exhale through the nose. And notice how the body relaxes even a little bit further. It's through the exhale how this body detoxes. So we utilize the breath to gather up tension. Inhaling fresh life. And then exhaling. Relieving the body. We're going to begin to come out of the pose. And so if you are in the full forward fold, we're going to first bring our hands or our elbows back to the thighs. If you're at your elbows, press into those elbows. Lift the body upright. Bring your legs back to center. And then as we've been doing, bring the palms facing up. And take 3 breaths here. Feeling the effects of the posture. On an inhale, take your right ankle and cross it. Let's cross it over that left thigh. Now, many of us, this may not be as comfortable. You know, some people, you know, this is plenty action, and it activates tightness and soreness in that right hip. So this is totally fine if you're staying here. All I would say is activate your toes so that they're pointing up towards that right knee. Take the right hand just underneath of your right knee. Take the left hand to the ankle. Inhale, open up the heart. And then just like before, exhale, fold forward. Leading with the heart. And then bring those, you can stay here just like we did that first time. You can just drop the chin to the chest. Or you can let those hands come over, the arms come over the shin. And feel the weight of gravity supporting this posture and relieving that right hip. We spend so much time, even in our sports and training, lots of tightness in and around the low back, the hips. So staying long and steady with the breath here. Feel free, if it's easy for you, to grab on to one of the legs of the chair. That helps to I can pull my heart closer towards the earth. It intensifies the stretch a little bit more, if and only if that feels pleasing to you. The bottom of the next exhalation, take a pause, and then as you inhale, bring the hands back to the shin. Lift that heart away from the leg. Release the legs. Come back to center. Close the eyes. Notice if you feel some lightness or tingling right around this hip area. Let's go ahead and do the other side. In yoga, we like to bring balance and just acknowledge that we may feel totally different on this side. So I bring my left leg up and I cross the ankle over my right thigh. Activate those toes towards the knee. Bring the hands to the leg. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Pausing here. Use this as like a gauge, you know, oh, what's happening in my hips today? How far can I go? And so check it. This is like the check waypoint. And then if it feels good, go ahead and let those arms fall over that shin, and then let the head and neck fall towards the body. So we're using gravity here. We're feeling solid underneath of our right foot and support by the chair. And our breath is long, slow, and steady. At any time there's strain in the face, please back off. And visualizing that breath all along the back side of the body, expanding the entire back body, low back and hips, with fresh life and energy. 3 more of your longest, deepest breaths yet. Exhale completely. On your next inhalation, bring your hands back up to the shin. Press into the leg to help the body upright. Relieve the legs, shake them out, and then return, closing the eyes, palms facing up. 3 breaths in. And before we sign off for today, I'd love to share with you one breath practice that I rely upon. It is known as boxed breathing. So it goes like this. Together, let's inhale through the nose for 1, 2, and 3. Pause for 1, 2, and 3. Exhale through the nose. 1, 2, and 3. Hold out all the breath as you pause for 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3 through the nose. Pause for 1, 2, 3. Exhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3. Hold it out for 1, 2, 3. Continue with this breath at your pace. Should 3 feel strenuous in your lungs, try 2 until the body feels relaxed to expand in the count. If it feels comfortable and you'd like to do more, you could count to 4 or 5. See how your body responds. This boxed breathing it helps to clarify the mind, purify the left and right hemispheres, and center our bodies. It's an easy one to remember. It's always at your pace. A few more rounds. After your next exhalation, release the boxed count breath and let the breath come back to normal, witnessing the inhalations and the exhalations through the nostrils, receiving the benefits from our practice here together. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, open your eyes. As you inhale, let's take our arms out wide and gather up all this goodness, all this aloha, all this shine that we've brought into ourselves, and bring the hands through prayer position at the heart. In the spirit of the ancient yogis, we close customarily with the light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today on Live Yoga channel. I will be doing this more and more. Each Tuesday, we're going to join for chair yoga. Let's take a break. I'll bring in more poses. We'll also be able to go back and watch the replays on our channel. So let me know what you like, what you'd like a little bit more of. I'm so happy to engage with you here and create virtual association, especially during these times. And I'm super passionate about chair yoga and how it can bring these breath practices that are really grateful for our mind, body, and our spirit, especially during these times. So like us, subscribe below, set a reminder, do some of this throughout your day. Set a reminder a couple times a day to take a break and get up and shake it out, right? What an honor. So also meet back. I'll be back on our channel live at noon for the Trust Your Guts Club. I'm Tara, the metabolic therapist. I love to help people with their digestive wellness journey. I've taken a yoga path since 2005. I've learned from the ancient studies and all sorts of alternative ways, and how to make daily practices that are supportive for my best health. And I do this by tuning in and listening to my body. So go ahead and bring your favorite beverage. We're going to talk story on digestive support as well as emotional support, because often with stress, that can lead to emotional eating. And we really want to best understand what's going on for us. So our feelings and our values are important to clarify. So join us back on the channel at 12 o'clock today in Hawaii. And until then, we'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Aloha.